Hello, hello, my crafty friends. It is that time of the week. Monday, believe it or not. I am a little bit shocked about it being Monday. Oh my goodness, this silly thing is not doing what I wanted it to do. Oh well. I've been trying to get this new printer set up, and let me tell you what. I will not be making a living off of being an IT. Nope. Because I clearly cannot figure out how to get something to do something. Anyway, we're going to talk about a few new things that are going on. Tomorrow is the first Tuesday of the month, which is kind of what the specials are all about, right? And with that, I want to welcome Leslie to the team. Hello, Bernice. How are you? And I want to give you guys an update of all the fun stuff that is coming up. So the first thing is maybe this is as done as it's going to get. This is our kit of the month, guys. Stamp of the month, or Stamp It Your Way kit. I absolutely adore these cute little cards. Let me grab them. And of course, you want to, if $50 or $75 purchase equals the basic kit. And we're going to take advantage of working with this amazing washi tape. Happy washi tape, I think. What do you call it? Summer Happiness washi tape. And it has an ability to be cut out with your dies. There's a die set for it. Hello, Die. How are you? Let me see if I do this will allow me to see. Okay, gotta kill that. So you guys don't have... My new keyboard is got this function key where I just used to be able to hit a mute button. I have to hit function mute. It's never going to happen. Okay, so when you use the dies, you can cut out these cute little images, and you put down your washi tape onto white cardstock. Get the air bubbles out of it, and then you use the dies to cut the pieces out of here, and you make your own little die cuts. You don't have to color them. They're cute. They're vacation-y. I love the pineapple. That could be used for welcome home, because for Hawaii, the pineapple is a sign of hospitality. Hey, Connie. So Lazy Easel goes like this and pops up. Isn't that cute? And I took a picture with all of the stamp sets that I end up using. And this is the stamp set. So them dies are in that Summer Happiness that goes with the washi tape. And you have this cute Stampin' Cut and Emboss. These two tags come from one that I use all the time. And so you guys are used to seeing this one pop up. Stylish Shape dies, still available. $15.91.83. $15.91.83. I use that all the time. And so this little cute, you know, ribbons poking out are actually one of the pennants, just our banners cut in half to make the pennants. So that's super fun, and $75 order gets you the basic kit, which is the DSP that's cut and the cardstock that's all cut for you. And you do the die cutting, and so you can use whatever dies that you have at your home. You can choose to do washi tape or do whatever you want. I mean, you certainly don't have to use the theme that I did. You could totally swap out that and use any kind of stamps. These are pretty neutral colors, I think. This is Beautiful Ordinary Life. Right. I love the thank yous. little clip up like that. All right. So great news on my Paper Hugs project front. Connie, we got the first senior center, so I'm so excited to donate cards to, and I'm going to go there and we're going to do a card writing class, like sit down and help them write cards if they have trouble, because some people have trouble. All right, so our next thing that we're going to talk about is paper pumpkin. The reason I bring it up, besides the fact I share the kits off to you and you make really cute things, this looks really cute, guys. This is the August kit. You have till the 10th to sign up for a subscription or to open it up, because I have one that I open and close depending on if I think I'm going to like it or not. So kindred greetings. And if you're brand new to Paper Pumpkin, you get $25 off the first month. Shipping is included in the price. And along the lines of Paper Pumpkin, they always have a die set that you can use. And who doesn't need a stitched circle? There's the leaf, there's the little flowers, there's the stems for the flowers. So it is the circle for August. July is these cute little flowers that we did last month. And then, of course, fall is the leaves. So you can't go wrong with that. Now, let's see. So the big sale or the big special next month is going to be your designer series paper and cardstock. I'll also mention, I had it printed out, but Last Chance will get restocked. So you want to check out Last Chance just to see what's going on with that. I finally got through this amazingly cute kit. So if you purchase this kit for me, please let me know, with the Daisy Days Mini Scrapbook Album Workshop. And this is the album, redesigned, of course. There's a design space file. There's your pictures, your guides, your everything you want. You don't need a lot of extra for the pages, but I'll just bring this up. These titles are done in the Cricut. These little pieces here are Cricut, and then, you know, everything's laid out. It tells you everywhere that you find things, and I'll show you what that looks like, because you can see there's a lot of detail in this album. I'd say Sarah Grace is going to confiscate it for me and do a summer like session picture kind of thing with her and her friends. One of her friends is moving to Portugal. This is my favorite paper. Can I just say, this rainbow, these colors are just amazing. Love these transparencies. Ooh. And this would make, I mean, you could ditch the whole idea of doing an album and take these 6x6 pages and make them into cards very, very easily. Here's that. Again, these are great Cricut embellishments that just print it and cut it out. Love that. Happy Day. And like there's multiple languages in these kits, so this is using that same flower but tucking it under and putting that so you don't see I think that one's the French one, could be wrong. Another transparency page, and the way it's designed, you can't see the adhesive. Hello Leslie, how are you? You're one in a melon. Sunbelievable. And these cute little pocket here. I did, you know, change up a few odds and ends. I have not photographed this, but it's there. And then by grabbing just the way she redesigned it, you have extra pieces here. We have 3 layouts. And these flowers are from the sticker or the punch out pack. I really, really enjoy them. I didn't put embellishments on this yet. Just did a lot of pop-up stuff, so I'm not sure what I'll do. Sweetest Summertime Memories, because of you. But just happy. These are happy pages, you guys. Oh, I guess we got 4 layouts. What was I thinking? 4 layouts equals 8 pages. If you want to get specific on the, some people like to count pages, I like to count layouts because the book opens and you have 2 pages. You're sweeter than sunshine. These cute little tags for some journaling. So that is that album, or that. If you purchase the album, let me know, and I will get you the instructions. And what, just, I will caution, word of caution, before you start punching things out, these are the page put togethers, but, all right, where did they go? There are a bunch of pages that look like this. And they have, you know, 1R, that's your layout, and then P is page 18. Go through before you punch anything out and label this so that you know what they go to. The colors are amazing. Thank you, Maureen. So that is that kit. Just let me know if you purchase that. Here we go. So hot foil, guys. I've shared the specials. Let's talk about a little bit about hot foil. We do have 15 minutes. And Botanical Glow is one that I got that I've been dying to try, and I'm sitting here working to get this over here to do a few different things. The silicone mat is really good. I don't really need this one in here because that silicone mat holds it in place. Make sure you have your little bits here. This is my like leftover scrap things. So if you haven't played with the hot foil and you have any questions, you just pop them in as we kind of play with this. You also have a silicone mat for the, oh geez, it's hot, like taking things off and putting those hot dies on there. Please make sure that you have your metallic piece. Where is my metallic picker up through piece? You really want this, which of course now I can't find. It's really on my desk somewhere, guys, but my desk is like huge hot mess. Should I put it in my hot dies? Well, that may put a damper on things. We put a new computer in, for those of you guys that haven't heard that drama. New computer, and everything that was on my desk got shoved all over the place to be able to put it back on said desk. And Linda is still recovering from everything being moved. Oh my gosh, how could I lose that? Cute little bugger. And it's not like small, so it's not like easy to lose. Except for clearly I have lost it, so therefore maybe easy to lose is subjective. Well, I do have my ceramic scissors, and I also have these. I'm pretty sure this will pick it up. So we are going to proceed with some alternative options. So I wanted to see how this was going to play out. Let me get this plugged in and heating. Now this is magnetic. If you guys have not gotten one of these, I do recommend, so you click it on, it's going to do its thing. It's got its little cookie cooked right now, and we're just going to let that sit. In the meantime, we're going to take a look at this die, which is the die for the hot foil. And you can look at these dies. Has anybody got any of this in yet? Has got a hot foil machine? But hot foil machine dies are more of matte. They are not shiny. So if you look at the stylish shape dies, can you guys see the difference between them? I am so gonna get a different system. See how that's kind of matte looking? They're about the same in weight, so that's there, you know, just kind of know that that's kind of what it is. tuck that under. All right, so it's gonna cook. And I was looking at some really pretty things online, and I thought that we would create a card. I wish my phone didn't like drop things down on me. You know, if you have it open and then you just let it sit, it closes out for you. So I lost this card and I thought, oh my gosh, this is such a pretty card. I want to try it. But before we try it, I'm going to do a piece of this on, what do you call it? Transparency, because I've been really curious about transparency and how this will work with transparency. Can't find it. We'll come back to that later. I've seen some really neat things. I don't have the really pretty piece that everybody does, that I really truly have been in love with. All right, today is not my day for finding things. And as set up as I had all this transparency done and even cut up so that we could just whip it out. And of course I can't find it. Oh, here it is. Here we go. I was prepared, I really was. Some card base for this. But I wanted to grab a good piece of transparency, and I just want to see what it looks like. And I'm halfway tempted to also set, I don't think these are going to be, I don't think I can put these on. Get that off of there. Yeah, I can't do both of them at the same time. These are the butterflies, and I just got them in, but I think that it would be nigh impossible. All right, here's the test. The key thing is I'm gonna need to have, I just want to see if this will fit or not. Ooh. Okay, nope. One or the other, not both. I'm gonna put this up off to the side. It's waiting for you to get the courage. Is that set? No, the set of stylish shapes, that is on, that's a normal everyday sale thing that close to my heart. I don't know who I work for or with. Anyway, so we're gonna do two, because I have two pieces out here. We're gonna do our butterflies, which I had like 3 pieces out here. I don't think the butterflies will fit. I just want to play with things. You know, here I am. Now, Linda does struggle to remember that you have to put the paper on. That's like really super important to put the paper on. And the one that's open. I am saving the leftovers. People say that you know, you can't like use them, but I thought even if it has a print on it, if I could figure out how to make it let go, if you will. And this is how, oops, nope, that's not the one. That's, my rolls are all open, so there's no doubt about which, where's my pink at? I got some extra silver and gold so that we can start dreaming for Christmas stuff. I think this would be really pretty for Christmas stuff, but we'll see. And here's my pink one. So I'm actually going to put these away so that they're not in my line of hiding, since I clearly hide things from myself. If anybody sees that big hook thing, let me know. It does have a release on it, which is really nice for the purposes of letting go of the magnet, but it is kind of what it is at this point. Be brave. And you know, I do have to tell you, if I didn't have a job and I didn't have other things to do in my life, I probably would sit here and just make this stuff, because it truly is really pretty. The butterflies, I'm going to put them on here. they have dies to cut them out. So you can do them on the paper. This is the one time I would suggest that you foil first, then die cut. And most of you guys know I die cut and then foil. Or I die cut then stamp, not foil. Die cut then stamp. That is not what you want to do with this. It's a bad idea. Looks like I'm going to need 2 for that piece. So, but here, you can really see on that. This is for die cutting. This is for the embossing. Thought I got out some more magnets. Yeah. Well, shoot, guys, I'm like discombobulated as all get out. I'm not planning to cut these out at this point in the game. Here's one. Like, I know I picked that out. And because I needed 2 of these, I'm going to just keep all of my die cuts on the separate sheet and keep my hot foil on this sheet. Does that make sense to everybody? Yay. Total fan of this. So the first time you heat up, it does take a little bit of time, as you can see, but it's hot. So even though I have alternatives, I would prefer to use the real item. Now I'm going to take this, because I'm just going to drop it onto there, and then I'm going to hit it again, and it's going to cook that up. Kind of know my... Oh, I was going to show you. So another trick I learned is that this is actually approximately the same size, so you can kind of get a cut on this. Grab your scissors. Let's see what transparency looks like. I thought I had... should I use gold or pink for the butterflies? There's more colors coming too, by the way. Yeah, it looks easy and scary at the same time. So there's 2 of you guys that's waiting. Mine probably will be too. So pink or, yeah, the butterflies I got as like an afterthought. And the same for this leaf thing. Sometimes you just see a lot of people put up some really cool stuff, and then you're like, oh, I gotta try that, right? Because how could FOMO, right? Fear of missing out. Okay, so it did this, right? So we're going to take our cute little piece of this, shiny side. And I wish I'd have kept my little thing out. Transparency. All right, well that doesn't work. Is there a way just to drop it down? And there we go. That's probably not quite right. So these tweezers come with a Stampin' Up embossing folder, or dry wet embossing, and they're ceramic tipped, so you don't burn yourself to death. So we've done this. Now we need our cute little files. So this is the part you put down on top. Then you put this down. Then you detach your magnet. And I'm just going to run over and run it through. I'm not going to bring the machine over. Back and forth is kind of annoying. which is all you need, and then you just roll it slowly through. Come back. Did we get a decision about our butterflies yet? Where did you guys go? Where did I go? There I am. Pink is the vote. Awesome. So this comes off. It's a little warm, but it's not bad. Look at that. You can see. And this again is not bad. Did I do that wrong? It looks like I did that wrong. I did that wrong. Okay. So let's try that again. Plug this in. Okay, there we go. We'll let it do it. Shiny side down. And that's what we'll do. It should be really quick. I suppose I should have kept the dye out, right? That probably would have been helpful. Anyway, all that is cooking up again. Let's do this. This is a big, huge stamp, and it goes with those leaves, the botanical. I don't even know. I am sure that there is a block. Clearly that is that big. It would have, oh, here it is. This is like, I was pretty sure I bought the big block. You don't always need it, but when you do need it, you need it. Okay, Linda needs to move some things out of the way. And move them to some place that she does not forget. Let's get this cut. And actually, for the butterflies, I'm probably going to do a second one. I'm going to do it on white. And I'm going to show you what you do with the butterflies, because there is a second piece to the butterflies. And let's make that second one gold. Well, maybe I'll get to it, right? It's taking a little bit longer than I thought it would. So I'm going to take this. This does not line up exactly. With the dye. I'll show you. Maybe I'll show you. Holy moly, this does not want to come off. So be gentle with this, because it does not want to come off the sheet. But if you look at the, you can see how much bigger that is to that, right? So that makes sense to everybody. And I'm going to just grab a green cardstock here that I just happen, I have a bunch of miscellaneous cardstock over here. That was cut to use for something else, and then I just never did whatever I was going to do with it. And that's a little lime green it will be. I think I'm going to end up doing it on black. Now, for those of you guys that have a harder time with the larger stamps, I would consider using your stamp machine or your stamp positioner, because it might work a little better. There's no promises that it will, because I know better than to do that. But it might work a little bit better. And you guys are all hopefully learning from my mistakes. And this green is, it's either Granny Apple. Close enough. So when you ink these big stamps, ink up like this. And kind of keep an eye on leaving like lines, because this is clearly bigger than the ink pad, right? So you kind of want to make sure. And of course that would go off. We're going to put this down on the paper. We're going to take our silver and we're going to put it down, this time metal side down. We are going to take our transparency so that we can ooh and ah over this. And here's this one. This. And take my little sandwich over to the die cut machine. Run it through. Again, slow is better. Don't crank it out like you're used to cranking out paper dies, because that is not going to work. Take these off, take these off. Okay, transparency is clear, so we do have that going on here. Let's get some ooh. You guys should be here so we can ooh and ah, right? You guys see? Now, what a fun thing to do for your, any card for that matter. I was thinking shaker cards, right? Like, how awesome is that for shaker card? Oops, get out of the ink. I'm going to run it again. And I'm going to really probably regret doing this way now that I stop and think about it, because there's not a chance that I'm going to be able to line that up. So there that is, right? Super duper pretty. I am betting that when I run this back through with the gold, that I'm going to really wish that I had done this a little differently. So this is going to line up about like that. Okay, so let's see how this goes when we get to do this. Thank you, Miss Dye Dye. I appreciate your timekeeping. But we're going to keep this out because I am betting that that is not going to look the way that I hoped it to look. But I was really excited about it. We're going to do our butterflies after this. Cannot wait to try our butterflies. We'll do our gold. I thought this would heat up a little bit faster. You know, it was really funny with the people demonstrating it at our get-together, because they were doing the same thing I'm doing here, which is like, is this gonna work? Is this gonna work? And it does take a little bit of time, and of course they're on stage, and this is probably the first time they've done it live in front of a group like us, and so they were a little bit nervous about how that was all gonna look. I'm really hoping I got about a ½ inch. Let's hope that I can get this lined up pretty. Too bad this isn't see-through, right guys? And then on Thursday, we are going to take a bunch of the things that we've already made, and to refresh your memory, we have made a number of different pieces that we're just going to put into cards. And we've done this. We're going to cut elements out of these two. This is one of my favorite ones. We also have these wonderful sayings that we did. And these are the labels, which I just think are way too cool. And like I said, I'm keeping this because look at this texture. If I could figure out how to transfer that, there's like a flat plate. I don't know. I have to look for it. You know, my brain is working, or overtime, trying to figure out how to do this. Uh-oh. This is going to be the bad part right there. because now I can't see. All right. Hope and a prayer, guys. Here we go. This is what happens when you forget to put the paper in there, just in case anybody is like, why is that that way? Okay. Oh, here it is. Super duper quick. Oh, and it moved. The paper moved, which is not what I want it to do. So both of these plates, I just had to pick up the top, the spacers for making my sandwich, and they're pretty okay. How do I say that? Do be careful of the bottom of this. I do want to give you guys a heads up on that. So we're going to take these off. Going to do this and see how bad I'm off. So we're going to plug this back in and get it heating back up for our butterflies. See why you want this little piece. All right, here we go. So you can see I'm definitely off, but I'm not sure that it's that big of a deal. What do you guys think? Think that's usable for one of our cards? Or do you think... So my next thing would be to foil first and then stamp, but I had wanted the foil to be on top of the ink. What do you think? Yeah, I think it's really pretty, and I think we'll save it to use on one of our cards. And let's find our butterflies. And we're going to do pink on our butterflies, and the first thing we're going to do is put them on transparency and see what they look like. I really, really wish that I had the vellum. I could have sworn I had vellum. Whether it was from here or close to my heart, didn't matter. Could have sworn I had it. Now the butterflies come with these stencils. And if you've never used the stencils from Stampin' Up, I have to say they have this lovely little bit on them, this notch, and it has numbers. Okay, and this is why I was like, oh, I want to do this on the paper, on white paper, so that we can color them in. This goes down first where that notch is at, and you just like mark it on the paper, and then you come back and you notch up like that, match the notch, and then you do the next, and then you do number 3, do the next, and then number 4. And that is how you can create some amazing things with their stencils. I don't know if people were aware that that was a possibility in using these, but that is definitely, oh, here it is. I'm like, where did that other piece of this go? So we'll come up with a shaker card to make with the butterfly transparencies. Okay, and this will be our last one, because we are definitely out of time here as it's cooking up. Regina, so good to see you. I haven't seen you for a while. All right, so here we go. We're going to put this down. You want to watch this, Sarah Grace?
Did you feed the dogs?
No, I'm doing this. So there's that. Here's this. I'm going to keep that on for a second. There's this. That. Unplug. Light sounds. Let's do what our butterflies look like. I'm super excited about butterflies, you guys. I'm going to plug this back in because I do have a plan. See, guys, there has got to be a way to take that and use that. There has to be some kind of a plate that you can, like a plain plate that you can heat up. Is anybody following what I'm thinking, or am I just like off the mark? Look at this, you guys. All right, so we have created some things to do amazing things with on Thursday. So come and join me on Thursday. Oh, wow. That's the back side of the pink, you guys. And that's pretty cool. If you could put that into a spinner of some sort, that would be pretty neat. Of course, you won't get that when you do it with another. You won't get that way. So stay tuned. Come back for some more, and we'll see you on Thursday, guys.